All right, let's see what we got ahead of us here. See if anybody is currently running anything. They look full. We got on. All right, we could go give something a shot here.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Cat wants an ammunition. Definitely want to get these mini tanks down. Some of the yellows and purples before Jameson at this section. Makes it a little bit easier. Lots of online tutorials about that. Or are you missing a mini tank? I don't know where it is. This is essentially the purple one. This moves right around the corner here. Oh boy. I'm in predicament. He's not getting out. That guy thought he was going. Easy peasy. Lots of ways to do this, but modifiers and myself. Might be death right here. Oh boy. Dead.
Vital signs critical. Agent vital signs 0.
A little too aggressive. This is more of a DPS build. I usually wear the catharsis mask.
Got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
I don't have any ammo. Let's give this another shot. always reset it if you
Got your
fail.
objective.
Wait,
Don't
it'll
let
reset
anything
all the
stand in your way.
NPCs. Back to
Got your objective.
proximity.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
Most of these are pretty prescriptive. He's going to anyway.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent
Brutal.
Kim.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
I'm gonna be a little too squishy at the moment. This is my trusty. It doesn't hit quite as hard, but it keeps me alive a lot longer. No sense in using a reviver when you're solo because in most cases where you get knocked down,
You've got your
they're gonna be right on
objective.
top of you.
Don't let
and
anything
so you're
stand
just
in your
gonna get
way.
right back up. So with modifiers, it does cool down faster. So if you do make it out, then you're not have to wait as long for it. Oh, boy. Comes the next helicopter. Not quite ready for him yet. What? Still a sniper left over there. The persistence modifier, if you kill somebody up close, you get to move real fast. Which is nice, you can advance quickly, but it's also nice when you get yourself out of a situation where you have to kill someone. Be careful about that. Sometimes you just gotta be creative. You guys need some matches. Here's what they'll do in future seasons with global modifiers. The by the teeth is certainly very strong right now. For anybody running just about anything, as long as it's long range. Good night. This can be good and bad. It's all about the execution. Oops, thought there was one less. Got lucky. Let's have some jock ammo for here. We're always shielded. Block. This stage you can do with a turret like I have, or you can use decoy. I just usually drop it right here because it'll grab them all. You chop this wall, spawn starts. Take out the first two if you can. Some of the modifiers can be hard because if they're armored. This next one, people can definitely run a lot more aggressive. Use decoys, use seekers, things like that. I found I end up getting overwhelmed often, so carrying the turret still is helpful. I usually just huck it out, and then well, you'll kind of see what I end up doing. But.
I'll sweep this side.
Maybe I might see him. Anything about legendary. Oh, you're down. Oh, here we go. That's what it is. Let's go down. Well, usually what happens is I end up getting trapped. And I just throw my turret usually right against there. Come through the door one by one, and you can just get them as they come in. It's not the worst. It's a little bit slower, but it works. And this one with modifiers, you can still do the old thing where you can hide by the arcade machines. But I found that I tend, depending how armored bad guys are, I tend to not be able to enter their armor often, so I tend to have the fallback option here. UTFO. You do all the stuff on these and all that stuff. It's just so hard. You see staggering. There's two jungles there. There's the other sniper in my life if I'm not careful. Well, guess what? See ya. As you're seeing, it doesn't take much. You don't really have to change builds. Again, this isn't necessarily about check out this sweet new build that'll let you beat God mode. This is more about like how can I just proving that some of these builds that have been shown out there for Legendary work just fine. You don't have to change too much about it. It's really just about getting to know when and where everyone will be in the mission. Knowing what to target first, as much as you can. That yellow grenader could be a real nightmare. It's also a red grenader, I think. But yeah, if you don't get those healing station guys, it's a little longer. You can do this with a PSE build, like with Scorpio and stuff like that. This is already Pokemon. These guys fighting all the time. Even in war, people don't really want to die. Alright. This next stage, if you've played this in group, sometimes a lot of folks run to the top, or you'll have top and bottom. For solo, I tend to like to stay on the bottom. One, you have access to the ammo box. Two, you've got pretty good cover, and if you do get overwhelmed, you can tend to hide back here, and they don't always come around this corner. But having a turret's nice here because you can throw it out under the box to draw their attention. You really have to watch for grenades here, so get these grenades as quick as you can. And a dog down here. Hold up her off because that dog will want to come and ruin your day just like that. So you have red, yellow, and purple grenadiers, as well as these stupid dogs. And those throwers, they tend to throw them in twos. The obvious way this happened. Knowing where the throwers are is helpful too. See who's up top. And I swear they can bend it like Beckham with their grenades. It's freaking annoying. Yep, this will be Chungas and everybody else all the time. The awesomeness, but ammo, that's great. Strong Kunkel here. Yeah, peek around that corner there. The less fun part. We got stacks. Not so bad. Pretty good loot in there, if you have a key. I do not, because I do this too much. This next section also is really not that bad. Turret or decoy. It's another good thing to have here. I usually just huck it across to draw them over there. Usually a couple you can take out pretty quick, but you gotta watch your rushes because you rush really good. grenade. I'm gonna die. Whew. Not great. Solid grenadiers are down. Or if you're British grenadiers. This part sucks. This is my least favorite section. This is just a pain to do solo, even though I know what happens. What I'm running is usually the best for me. You could run all skills. I've done that. Turret and an artificer will do a lot. It'll manage most things. You can do it that way, but you could run out of med kits. You could do seekers. You could, do like a hardwired build. Again, the squishier you are, the harder it is. But you can certainly usually get one of the drone operators down pretty quick.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
But as you can see, I'm already through. I made it. That wasn't fast enough. And I'm gonna have drones all day long now. And tanks. You definitely want to do what you can. Get the drone operators down before the next wave, because the next wave will have healers. And it'll just keep pushing out. So even if you bust their backpack, it won't matter. Because look, I got a yellow drone operator sitting out there. Keep getting that turret out there to eat up the drones as they come in. There we go, just got my shield busted. Okay, one drone operator down. The yellow is definitely coming down. Jeez. Yeah, great. Oh boy, that tank is so good. Now, these guys can really shoot you through the windows. You can't really shoot them unless they're right here. But you gotta watch out for that situation. There's two rushes, red and yellow. And maybe not to make your life fun. Just throwing that out there. Alright, so now I just have mini tanks, healers, and at least one tank operator. I can catch my breath for a moment while some of these things cool down. After this will be grenaders. They don't usually put the boxes on top like that. That's funny, I thought it was going to be a bad guy. Yeah, load those guys down. Knocks down their healing stations, which is the get lucky like that, you can shoot their healing stations. Okay, so now they're not a problem anymore. All the healing stations shoot them. Now you gotta be careful. Maybe something you can possibly ruin if you're not careful that you get squeezed in. Shoot them in the feet and death by shin. Oh yeah? Right there. Easy. Pop your head up. Come on. You're lucky. That just sounds like the last two. Oh, geez, that's not a good situation. You've got to pay better attention. Would have been ugly to be out there and have a... fan of that. Alright, got my med kit back. Only one more stage left before the final. This can be the most frustrating place to die. This is another place you could run an EMP sticky, you could run a jammer, you could run a decoy, you can run a turret. I like the turret because it tends to stay up the whole time and draw some fire. You'll get 3 dogs out the gate, 1 of each kind, grenade, sniper, and gunner. After that, you'll get out the same door waves, a potpourri of NPCs, if you will, including rushers, and then purples and reds. And then once you have 1 left, you'll get the Greyjoy of the Chungas and a red. Which I want to be in right now. One of them down. Snipers, there's always a little red eye that fires. You can make that. You see that, how quick that is. How quick the thing on the gun is. I mean, sometimes these guys are like armored when they come out. And if it's around the armor, it can be really hard to kill them. It takes a lot longer to use up all your ammo. Here comes the next wave. Ready for him. Chunga. And take this out. Great. That was pretty fast. Doesn't usually go that fast after the dogs, but I'll take it. Good news is if you made it here, nice work. If you die, you start right here. Not the end of the world. It can be frustrating if you just want to be done with it. And if you're really concerned about times, great. But if it's your first time, who cares, right? And after this red sniper goes down, there will be, they will come down from the ceiling, and you just need to be ready for that. And I'm not quite ready, because you have 2 drone operators, and you gotta get those guys, otherwise you get to the complex. At least break their backpack along those lines. Let this guy throw a grenade at you. And 1 guy left. You were lucky you didn't grab or keep this box because you need it. It's fire. It does a lot of damage to these guys. At least slows them down. It's really bad at this point. I just want to keep them all these guys down before they get you. And you have the bad guy coming. Oh, not the great position I wanted. Get that healer before he heals everybody. Sometimes there's another that comes with him.
Serious trauma detected.
He's not going to get from me. So he was about to pulse, and that pulse, if you're not well protected, will murder you quickly. Can't leave this guy out here.
Tango inside.
Look at me for too long. Alright, this is not exactly where I wanted to go, but further I have him away, since I have his modifiers on, more damage I should do. And actually once he's out, sometimes he deploys a little bit better than the turret, so. Gun belt to slow him down. About him, I don't know. I'm already getting him a little bit. Oh boy, I gotta move. And don't be too aggressive, because if you do run in and you can it will hurt. Boy, that's kind of quick on that. Only 34 rounds left. I'm dead.
Agent vital signs, 0.
Well, not perfect, but it's okay. Right? Just take a deep breath and try it again. Might take you a few tries. I think the first time I did this solo, it took me 5 or 6 tries from here. But as you'll see now, the adds all in different locations, including the grenadiers. It's kind of a troublesome situation to be in. Because you don't know where they are, but they know where you are. That. He's not a grenader, but doesn't change the fact that it's painful. He is. He's the only one I want to. Here they come. That thing was awesome. And I didn't. optics broken. Means all headshots from here on out. Well, as best you can. You know, a shotgun it's going to be kind of hard because it's hard shotgun and knock him down. Good news is he can't pulse you anymore at this point. One thing to remember that's nice about the Catharsis mask is when it does drop its cloud, it removes status effects from you, so, you know, when his ammo does hurt you.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
If done right, it'll be fine. If you do what I just did, you almost die. And that ain't great. I'm low, man. I'm tired of fighting. I get shotgun on it before.
Vital signs critical.
That took way longer than it should have. But it's done. So you see, I mean, I don't know how many times I've done this. Quite a number. And it's never always perfect. Rarely perfect. But totally doable. As long as you respect that it is legendary and it is not heroic, it's really not that bad. This is probably the easiest one to do of them all, in my opinion. Roosevelt's not too bad, it just takes a really long time. Pretty good time, things considered. I mean, I did die once there at the end, I still did it in just under 37 minutes. You know, just plan on it being more around 50 minutes to an hour your first time is probably a good estimation because you're going to want to take a breather. Adrenaline rush gets high. I did this recently at like 30 minutes. I posted that. You can definitely go faster. I really am a big fan of the modifiers. People get nervous about them, but well, I'll show you what I had. I hate that it hides them. Even though I never triggered it, and you should, all that is pretty good. Because if you were to go to kill it, so it says when activated, you have 10 seconds to eliminate an enemy in any range zone. If you've kind of like stacked up that, I think by the teeth, on a long range, and you engage that, and then you kill someone, kill an NPC, then even NPCs at mid-range or closer, like, it'll work across the range. So the by the teeth, which is long range and stacks, like as long as you don't hit headshots, all of a sudden your body shots are going to count for a lot. Prime time works good too, because this will make all your passive modifiers in mid range. Often, a lot of these enemies will be mid range, so this really isn't a bad thing to do. And as long as your hit chance is over 50%, you know, especially if it's at the higher end in the 50% range, you're going to get critical hits in there, and you can probably keep adding half a second to it. It depends how many of them are there. In Legendary, you're going to get a lot of crit hits because they're going to eat so many bullets, so it's not a bad option. I was talking about by the teeth. That's this one's your long range. So each shot to an enemy's body gives you 2.5%. The multiplier grows by 2.5x. Sorry, the multiplier grows by 0.5x, which with each shot and any registered headshot will reset it. The bonus can be stacked on different enemies. Shooting an enemy outside long range resets the stack. So, like in that stage where it was kind of the hallway where the 3 chungas come at the second half of it, you saw them melt down. Same thing when they were in that other room in the bar. they were all long range, and so those stacks just built up, and I just kept it on the body shots, and it just mows them down super quick. So it's definitely a good one to have. Next up is Quicken. You want this, your critical hits on an enemy in medium range reduces your active skill cooldown by 3%. So if your shield's been busted, turret goes down, or if you're carrying a Reviver Hive, which has a 3-minute cooldown, you'll find, especially in group play and Legendary with modifiers, this is clutch because, you might have gone down and gotten, your Reviver picks you up, but then, you don't want to have to wait 3 minutes. So if you're landing critical hits, it's dropping it by 3% with each of those, as long as they're mid-range. So, you focus on those mid-range targets. So things like Tidal Basin and even this, TUA, you get a lot of mid-range targets, so it works well. And then last, you have a few options depending on what you're doing. If you're able to accept less crit hit chance on your build, you can run this, so you can have, that way you can have more crit hit damage. It's one thing. Only in mid-range though. Again, there's a lot of mid-ranges. Pressure Piston's another good one, because if you've already stacked your crit hit chance mods or your, whatever your build is, then you get stability that's 60% of that. So, if you're running 60% of, or 55% or whatever it might be, crit hit chance, I'm not going to do the math because I'm terrible. Take 60% of it, and that'll give you weapon stability, which is nice. But what I tend to like to use for this build is this persistence modifier. And you could do peak engineering, but this isn't your primary goal here. But persistence is nice because look at that, short range, 20% movement speed. If an NPC runs up on you and you kill them, or there's a couple of them rushing you and you get one of them, your speed running is going to be increased by 20% for 5 seconds. That can be enough to get you out of a bad situation or reposition yourself, so you can focus on your threat. That mid-range, 30% accuracy, again, really nice because mid-range accuracy is not typically an issue, but it can be. But if you hit a bunch of those in mid-range, so eliminating an enemy in a different range replaces the currently active buff. They can't stack and their duration cannot be refreshed. That's fine. But, mid-range, you're hitting 30% accuracy, and all of a sudden you have long range because there's another wave. You hit that long range, you exhaust your magazine, your reload speed's 20%. I've just found it to be the movement speed, the reload speed, and the accuracy all seem to help me out. Bait and switch is good because if they are short and medium range on you, and let's say it's a Chunga with the Stinger backpack that'll bleed you, you do get 12% hazard protection for each enemy in short and medium range for 5 seconds. So if you have like a Chunga come on you and a couple others, then that sounds bad. Run up on you with a few others, then you could, get a whole bunch of hazard protection, and that'll help you out from those stingers. I tend to use that more on like my PFE build because I'm like right in the face of the enemies and I need that protection. Peak engineering can work if you're running the assault turret because it gives you amplified damage granted by your range zones, but it is amplified damage. So really, it's weird because they use different descriptors for everything, but it really benefits you with the by the teeth. It does work well with liability. If you're running something up close, you can run a skill build with this, but I just want to call that out. You'll notice that for this DPS type stuff, though, none of these short ranges are really to your benefit, mostly because you don't want to be fighting up that close. Impatience, not bad, except you do lose magazine size and reload time. Rate of fire and reload time are increased, sorry. But your magazine size is cut in half. So 70 rounds, 71 rounds in the St. Elmo's gets cut down to about 35 rounds. So it's not great. Liability is good if you're in the face of bad guys, if it's a lot like glass cannon, but if you have things to offset that, it's not so bad. But that 30% more damage is good. I know I talked a lot about that, but these are the three: persistence, by the teeth, and quicken. Sometimes I will swap out persistence for something like pressure piston, or if I want to reduce my crit hit chances, I will use retribution, but it does require you to hit only in medium range. Otherwise, St. Elmo's 26, whatever it is, what do they call the stupid thing? expertise. So definitely is doing more damage. 108k with the weapon damage. If you follow some other streamers, they really like this Banshee with unwavering on it. Definitely helps. You get 200% weapon handling for 5 seconds, but when you swap away, it disables it. So I know it's not too bad when you need it in a pinch. It does fire fast. Has a decent sized magazine when you boost it up, and it does a good amount of damage. Other folks will use something like, geez, I don't even know if I have it out, but they'll use the rock and roll or like the lefty just because of the rate of fire, the magazine size, and the damage it puts out is definitely good, and you can build striker stacks really fast. So I'm running 4-piece striker, 4 blue cores because I run the Catharsis backpack. Everyone knows weapon damage is increased on striker's gamble from 0.65 to 0.9. Obviously, that got reduced with that update recently, where I think it used to be like maybe 0.5 to 0.1 or something like that, or 0.6 to 0.1, or sorry, to 1. So it's not the end of the world. 0.1% isn't. Everyone freaks out about that stuff, but it's not that big of a deal. And then for a crit hit chance, this Cheska chest piece, just because it comes with the 8%. Granted, I think that used to be higher, but obliterate is nice because that increases your weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds on critical hits, which you'll be landing a lot of. So you could instead run a striker chest if you want to, and then run this Cheska as another one of the pieces. For District Union Arena, you don't tend to land as many shots to where the chest is very beneficial. Catharsis here is really important, in my opinion. Armor regen, not so much. Incoming repairs boosts you when the cloud falls, but it's that vicious cycle, the weapon damage you get from taking damage. And then when it does a purge, again, it removes status effects, drops a healing cloud, and restores your max armor for 10 seconds, 5% of your max armor, and anybody else that might be near you in group play. Coyotes can work too. They'll give you, if you really want to adjust your crit chance mods or attributes, you can do that. I found for blue cores, running solo is good. With the modifiers, I put out a lot of damage. If you turn modifiers off, you're going to feel like you're just throwing peanuts at the bad guys. Like I said, turret shield, my shield is a 25 expertise, so it does withstand quite a bit. And then all my gear pieces, except for Catharsis, are all at 12 because it's cheap in terms of resources. It doesn't require exo components. So that boosts armor. So yeah, I'm sitting at 1.6 million armor, which makes me pretty tough. And the Catharsis mask helps get you out of a pinch. Sometimes just saves your hide. You could run the Lexington instead of this now. If the Lexington's out, it does more damage. Even with the extra magazine mod on it, extra magazine size, it's still smaller. Like this is 70. If I go down to a Lexington here, it's 50. But you can see, that's only a level 20, and it does 110k damage, and the Sinello is at 25. So they have the same rate of fire. Lexington's definitely cool. You can swap out. You can run Optimus, so 3.5% weapon damage is increased for every 10% ammo missing. So every 5 rounds, in this case, you'll get another 3.5% damage. And so it'll increase. You can use Ranger as well. Ranger is a good option because I think that gives you like 2% increase. I don't know if, do I have Ranger on something? Yeah, so amplifies weapon damage by 2% for every 4 meters you are away from a target. So anybody up close is not going to do you much good. So 4 meters mean what, 12 feet for us in the U.S., whatever. So that would be, two human lengths. So unless they're right on top of you, you'll probably get at least 2% damage, and then you'll certainly be getting extra damage if you use it. So it's definitely an option. So the further they are away, and you're using them by the teeth, you'll really get a lot of amplified weapon damage. So I think you'll probably see some builds out there, folks running that Lexington as an alternative. I've tried to do it. Part of the shift is if you've been running St. Elmo's for a long time, you have to adjust to one, less magazine capacity, and two, the periodic shock armor, right? Shock ammo, sorry. Shock ammo definitely gets you out of a pinch or slows down the NPCs, especially Chungas in Legendary. It'll stun them, they'll drop to their knees potentially. That can let you reposition yourself, it can let you reload, whatever you might need to do. You would not have that with the Lexington. So while you have ways to increase your damage output, which then the best defense might be a strong offense in this case, it'll do it, but it doesn't do you any good if you're not prepared to say that I have 20 less rounds and I'm not going to get shock ammo. What is the interval? You get one stack, 100 stacks in X magazines. So, yeah, I mean, you do land a lot of hits in Legendary, so that's why St. Elmo's is still really pretty clutch. It does a lot of damage. You don't have to wait so long to get the shock ammo. But again, Lexington's great. I have been running the Lexington for a lot of open world PvE stuff because it's so powerful. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, run this. It'll keep you alive. If you feel like it's still too spongy, you can add another blue core if you want. In this case, my stats are 51% crit hit chance and 132% crit hit damage. Not the biggest beast, but you definitely want to be over 50%. You can balance it out. I could probably run another crit hit chance to get it to 57%, but then I'm going to lose on the crit hit damage. Figure out what works best. On the secondary, it's, got the same crit hit damage, but the Banshee has more mods to get that crit hit chance. That's helpful, but you've got this headshot damage. Oops. So when you look at those at like 85%, you can also go back to here and then take a look at the modifiers you've chosen, because there are things like this. Weapon handling's increased by 50% of headshot damage while there are enemies within short range. So again, if you're running a build and you have pretty good headshot damage, you might consider it. And then this, you probably are better off running the Orbit here solo than the TDI card custom. My TDI card custom does do a lot of damage because of where it's at, but look at the Orbit, 470k, but it is not the fastest to fire. You only have 6 rounds, but that perfect finisher is nice. You kill a bad guy, you swap from the weapon within 10 seconds, you get a bunch of crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Crit hit chance may be non-beneficial, but the crit hit damage certainly is nice for 15 seconds. But if you're not using it that way, then it does do a lot of damage. Maybe like this. This comes in handy with the extra skill tier, and you can run a different slot. So if you're in group play, I'll tend to run this like this in group play. So I have the reviver. So the neat trick, I think everybody knows by now, is that with the extra skill tier, if you switch to your pistol, so here I am, I've got that. If I switch to my pistol, I also have 2 charges on my reviver, which means I can run up to somebody who's been downed. I can drop it. It'll pick them up, I can even switch off it, whatever. Come back and then pick it up. And then I'll still have a charge left. In this case, since it didn't pick anybody up, I still have 2. But it's definitely a bonus. So always remember that. The other builds you can run here, I do run this sometimes, but I will run, this is what we started with, and it wasn't working for me. But you can swap this out with another blue core. You get diminishing returns on the damage output, if you keep replacing these red cores. So if you can stay safe, you're good. Again, if you're solo, the reviver's not going to really help you out too much, but you can do this, do a decoy. You could just ditch the shield altogether and have an EMP in a decoy. There's all sorts of ways you can do it. See, in this case, I have perfect finisher. So that's that. Let's go see what other legendaries are going on out there. See if anybody needs help. Especially since I'm already geared up for group play. See if we can join in on someone. While that's loading up, we'll be right back. All right. Let's see what's going on in the world here. These guys are still running UA. Let's make ourselves more festive over out here. We can see if they need some help. I was off scrolling. I just switched. All right. Wow. With Capital Legendary, I figured there'd be a lot of people looking for it here on Sunday, but I guess not. I guess I'll just have to go to break here. Run around and do some other things. What was the daily? Did I already do it? Let's see. West Potomac Park. This could be interesting. This might not do me very much good.
Civilians in danger.
That's no trouble we can get into here. Oh yeah, let's change this out to the Lexington. Alright, let's change that to Ranger. Can't see anything. Of course, I've never been to DC in my life, so it's really miserable at this, but just the game. Friends out here in case find some road.
Reinforcements incoming.
I don't want that. Melty, melty. That's the same qualifying. Oh. Here's the wall. I can't tell if it's hit or not. Hear that, problem?
Incoming hostiles detected.
I recall making that choice.
Moving in from cover. Pull back. Now. Going to need a new vest.
Heavily armored hostile.
Of course, they're on the other side.
I hate that true son.
We did it.
We showed them
And
all
look at the
right.
weather cleared up.
Cover won't save you.
Serious trauma detected.
They won't see us coming this way. Really needed your help.
Oh, oh man, I hope that wasn't
Supply room access locked.
I do that far too much. Oh. You guys need some canned goods. Come here.
We're good.
Welcome.
Thanks to you. I think we're full up.
detected. From the control point in proximity. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Detected.
See if anybody wants to join us.
Black Tusk has taken over the memorial to control access to the bridge. Get them out of there.
Yourself. I got something! Going in!
Enemy helicopter approaching.
Get yourself ready, Agent.
You are now. Another agent has joined your group. You are no longer in.
Not many more of them. Circle around to the flank.
I've got
There are more targets past the gate.
Oh, no.
Agent killed.
That's what I get.
Black Tusk has taken over the memorial to control access to the bridge. Get them out of there.
Really? Oh, my Lord.
Another dead asshole.
Enemy helicopter approaching.
Get yourself ready, Agent.
Coming in hot.
Found any more of them? Circle around to the flank.
On the way.
There are more targets past the gate. No more contacts.
Good. Head in and secure the underground.
we got next here? You got enough ammo? Let's find out.
Grenade launch! Visual contact. In the fight. Knock knock.
System malfunctioning. System back online.
Here we go!
The command room is secure, but still no sign of the commanders. Find them and neutralize them.
Serious trauma detected.
This was the last place they could hide. Time to get topside. The bridge is back under our control.
All right,
Well
well, we
done.
got the daily done.
Agent, intel points to Black Tusk setting up shop in the Capitol building. It's gonna be a pain if they bet in, so don't let them. Good luck.
Okay, great. Get me out of here. Not too shabby.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
So we landed. Roosevelt. Oh, he's just out there on his own.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Cowboy life. Look at that.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down.
What was it? That's like a little Leroy Jenkins
Agent
action
deceased.
back.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Hey, why don't you hold up for the team? Or are you going to be by yourself again?
Serious trauma detected. Another agent is now in your group. An agent needs assistance. An agent has left your group. Another agent has joined your group. Vital signs critical. An agent needs assistance. Agent down.
When you face tank him, you're probably gonna get knocked down. Yellow sniper's down. Triple sniper's down.
An agent needs assistance. agent down.
Helicopters. Whether Chandra coming.
An agent needs
If you get that
assistance.
far out, man, you're really hopeless to get you. Here it comes. Here it's down. Backpack open.
Agent now.
Keep the group together. Way it's easier to pick up players if they go down, especially if they get shocked. Or just go for it.
An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected.
There's a medic off to the left. The other side. Right.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
If you need ammo, you have to run backwards. Scan station's down. Couple medics out there. Straight out. Nice. Chunga and the drone operator. And drop right in front of us. Dropping right in front of you.
That agent needs assistance.
You gotta get the drone operator ready. Maybe down the healing station. Thought it was. But, it's hard to play it out here without everybody else coming out here. Good to call that out. We could have come with you. It's a good strategy. Hard to manage it on your own way out here, though. Operators, 2 purple ones in the back.
Serious trauma detected. Agent down.
Well, let's all get in there together before the dogs start moving. Oh my god, dude. No concept of team.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Go to the bomber dog. The dog are easy.
System disrupted. System deactivated. An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma.
Watch the grenadiers and the rushers. And then the sniper in the window. Rushers. Going for Pappy. One bridge. Nice. Let's jump and go for the boat. We have 2 decoys amongst us. We drop one halfway and drop one right before the boat. Don't stop, don't shoot. Take down your drone. We don't want to attract any attention. Or don't take down your drone and it's going to be harder. Where's Mike's? Oh, yeah. Yeah, mini tank in here, okay?
Agent out of function. An agent needs assistance. Agent down.
Do any of you guys have mics or anything? Can you hear any words? I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Don't jump the wall until we're all together, and don't launch any drones, don't fire any bullets. Halfway towards run along the right side, halfway towards, we drop one decoy, and as we approach the boat, drop the second decoy. Don't shoot anyone, just run. The next decoy as you approach the boat. We'll get you. There should be some folks on the boat that we got to kill. Use a med kit if you have to. Keep a little red dot on the thing. One down. Watch your back of the boat. There's some bad guys out there. Okay, both Marauders are down. I'm gonna throw this out there. We got a mini tank out here, but we gotta be able to get out. Mini tank is done. Y'all are doing great. Yellow drone operator across the way to the right. Somebody on the boat. He's dead. We're gonna have Chunga here in a second. Wow. Chunga off the back of the boat. He's good. Gotta get that. The other drone operator's down. Clear heads. Yeah, that's the minigun. Medic just popped over the wall.
Serious trauma detected.
Get that purple medic off to the left. He's dead. Be quick now. Let's see if I red have. Nice work. You guys did it.
You have
Let me guess.
That's all we got time for. GG. Good times. Always. Keep up the good fight.